Hi guys, welcome to my next tutorial. This beautiful box album. So this is what the front looks like. Beautiful little birdie flowers here, a butterfly here. So this says live each day with a heart full of love. So I really love how this album turned out. Now let's take a look at our spine here. So gorgeous. And this is the back. And this is the closure here. This is magnetic, guys. This opens up like this and you have a flap here, and as you can see, this is a wonderful album and a huge album. So I can't fit the entire album in one frame, so I'm sorry for that. I apologize. Now let's take a look at our page 1. So this is a magnetic closure here. You can paste a picture here, so let me show you. This lace is half glued down, so you can paste a picture here, and this opens up. You can paste a picture here and here. So this is a trim from Heartfelt Creations, and this opens up. You can place a picture here, and there is a tuck area here where you can tuck in huge picture mats, and you can paste a huge picture here also. So this is the first page, guys. Let me close this up, and as you can see, we put a trim at the edge of the paper, so it looks just wonderful because of the reds and the pinks and the light reds. It just gives it a pop of color between the designs here. So this is a small pocket where you can tuck in huge picture mats. And this is a huge pocket. This pocket is almost 5 1/4 inches wide. The page itself is 8 inches wide, so you can fit in a huge picture mat here, maybe 5 by 7 picture mat, anything like that. So this is the second page. Now let's open this up for our page 3. Okay, so this page here, we just have a small tuck area, and we created this so that we can place a lot of pictures here. So this opens up here, and you can put a huge picture here, and then again this opens up downwards. Here you can put a huge picture, and here also you can lay couple of pictures here, and this is for photo placement. So this folds up, and this is a triple pocket page, and this is a new try. I haven't tried this before. So this is a tuck area up front, and this here is a triple pocket. You have 3 pockets up front. So this can accommodate a lot of picture mats, guys. This album is relatively heavy, and it can accommodate a lot of picture mats. And for this album, after we completed it, we had 2 full sheets left over. So you can pile more picture mats if you would like, and you can include some solid colored cardstock for if you want to have lots of picture mats here. Now let's move on to the 5th and 6th page. So this page is almost identical, guys, as you can see. So this is a pocket up front. This is a huge pocket, and you can paste a good size picture here. Okay, so this is page 5, and page 6, there is a pocket up front, guys. You can put in big size picture mats here, and this is also a pocket, very huge pocket. You can place a lot of picture mats here. So this is the page 5 and 6. Now let's open this for the page 7 and 8. Okay, so this page is for just placing your pictures here and tucking some of the picture mats. Okay, so this says life is so much better with you. So this is a very romantic album, guys. Okay, so and this is a pocket. This is a very huge pocket. As you can see, the pages itself is 8 inches across, and this is a very tall pocket also. So this is what our album looks like, and we also reinforced our hinges so that our album won't fall apart at all, as you can see. So this is our creation. Now let's move on to the materials list. Okay, guys. Okay, so this is the main ingredient which we are going to use. So we will be using only 1 pack of this, but if you want much more photo mats, picture mats in it, you can grab a second pack of this. But we will finish with only this one paper pack. So the next ingredient would be the flowers. So I will be using this flower and this flower, which I've already gotten into, but this is Sparkle Florets Amore Mio, and it has 60 pieces in it, but I only have a few right now because I have already gotten into this pack because I just really love this one. And this one would be handmade flower Natalie candy mix, okay, and this has 20 pieces in it, okay. So these are all for the flowers. So the next thing is you might need a few magnets, and for this album you would need only 10 magnets, guys, only 10 magnets, that's it. So the next thing is some cardboards. Any of the cardboard is fine. I'm just using this packaging cardboard one, anything is fine. And then the next one is going to be the ribbons, okay. I might use either one of these. This is a red satin ribbon and this is kind of a white glossy ribbon, okay. You can get this from any craft store, guys. So the next thing would be white cardstock. For the white cardstock I will be using two types of white cardstock, which is thin paper, okay, which is I think it is 200 GSM or maybe something like that, and the second type is 300 GSM paper, which is quite thick. We need this one only for the trims and stuff because it would be, you know, it won't tear very easily, and also for the inner pages, okay, because inner pages we need it very strong to be to last for generations, okay. So this is what we need. We would also require Tyvek. Tyvek is a very sturdy material which won't tear, and people also use this during construction of buildings or stuff like that. So it is a very sturdy material. It won't tear, as you can see. So this would be required for us to bind the album. So this is a very useful material, and this is only for only to make sure that your album lasts for generations, and you know, you can open and close and make sure that our album doesn't fall apart. Then I would be using this bling, which is, you know, a jewelry kind of thing with gold color on it. So this you can get it in any craft store or any jewelry store, okay. So this I'll also be using this one. Then for the laces, so these are the variety of laces I will be using. So I will be just mixing and matching between all of these, but every lace which I have here, it's from Itsy Bitsy. I will give you the link of every products that I am using in this tutorial in the description box below, okay. So these are the types of laces that I will be using. For the dies, I will again be using these three, which I've already used in the previous tutorial that I made. This is a Regal Borders and Pockets, so I will be using this die, which looks like this, and then this is the Ornate Borders and Pockets. I will be using two out of these, which looks like this and this, okay. So I love these two dies, so I will be using that. And for the Framecar Leafy Borders, there is a fan die which comes out like this, and I might be using it, but I'm not sure. And then these dies here, I will be definitely using these. So this is what this looks like. So for the dies, you have this, and I will also be giving instructions for those who don't have the dies, can use paper punchers or can just leave it as it is, because we are going to add trim as we go separately, so you don't have to worry about the cuttings and measurements and all. I will give you a clear instruction on all of it, okay. So for people who do not have dies, here are a few examples of the paper punches that I have in hand. So you can use any of these in your creations. So I will give you certain you know, examples. So this is the Dress My Craft one. I will be using this for the decoration purpose of the inner pages, guys. So this is one die, I mean one paper puncher that I will be using. So this is the design that you get. Isn't this beautiful? So I will be using this Dress My Craft for sure. And the next one for this this punch is nearly 1.25 inch punch. So this is what it looks like. Then this one is also the same, so you will get a link for every punch that you are seeing here. It's all bought from Amazon, of course. So this is what this looks like. And for these are all just half-inch punches, which looks like this when you punch. So, and this one is looks like this, okay. So these are all few examples that you can get for the paper puncher people. So the next thing is, I will also be using this heart crystals, which I again used in the previous tutorial. So I will give you links for this also. So for adhesives, I will be using this Fevicol A+ craft glue, and then Camlin white glue. Okay, these are my favorite adhesives, liquid adhesives. And then this red tacky tape. I will also provide you with the link for this product. This is a really very best adhesive, guys, to adhere all the papers and stuff like that. So this is the best one, and I really highly recommend it to purchase. So this is what the adhesives that I'm going to be using. And then the normal staples such as a paper trimmer, I'm using the Dress My Craft brand. And then the scoreboard, again a Dress My Craft brand. Now some pencils, craft knives, binder clips, sharpeners, erasers, trimmer, paper trimmer, scale, ruler, and some scissors. And most importantly, the hot glue gun which I'm going to use. This is for tacking the glue, the flowers and stuff like that. So we will be needing all these as the normal staples. So let's start constructing our albums, guys. So the first thing we would need is 9 inches by 26 inches paper, which is called the album wrap. Okay, so this is cut from a chart paper which is available in any fancy store like stationery stores. Because this album is a box album, we would need a really large paper to wrap it up. And also this can be a normal light weighted chart paper because we are going to wrap this, so it need not be that thick. So the first thing we will be doing is, let's mark from the left side, just mark 1 inch here, okay, top and bottom, and draw a line, okay, just for the sake of knowing the measurements, okay. Then just mark 1 inch from the bottom also, because we need it for the perfect placement of our papers, okay. So just measure 1 inch. The starting in my tutorials will be a little slower, guys, because beginners also should understand. But as we move on to the end, as we move on to the tutorial, we will definitely pick up the pace and we will do it a little faster. Now let me just join all these marks, okay. So I have joined the marks, guys, as you can see. So the next, let's start placing our cardboards. So now in our pre-cuts we had 5 pieces of cardboard which measured, the first one measured 1 inch by 7 inch, and we called it closure, okay. So this is the first piece that is going to be placed. The second piece would be 7 by 9 cover. We had 2 of these, okay, we had 2 of these 7 by 9 cover. And then we also had 2 inches by 7 inches, okay, which is a spine, and one is right closure, okay. So now you see the line where it intersects, guys. So this is where we are going to place our first piece, just right on that line we are going to place this piece, okay. So this will give you 1 inch on the top also, okay. So let's apply glue to the back and let's place this here. So let me show you. So I have applied glue on my first 1 inch by 7 inch closure, and let me just place this right on those lines where it intersects, okay, and I will burnish this down, okay. So the first one is down, guys. The next thing we are going to need is the 7 by 9 cover page, okay. So now let's apply glue to the back. Before applying glue to the back of that piece, from this piece let's just measure 1/4 inch, okay, bottom and top, okay. So this is where our line is, this piece is going to be placed. So if you want, you can draw a line for precise placement. So I am going to draw a line like this, okay, just here, so that we can apply glue to the back and place this right on that line, okay, so that we'll have a 1/4 inch gap, and we'll place it straight here, okay, on this line here, okay. So let's apply glue on the back. So I have applied glue to the back of the cover 7 by 9, okay. So now I'm placing right on this bottom line that we drew and the 1/4 inch gap that we had, okay. So I will burnish this down really good, okay. Mine is down, guys. The next thing we need is the 2 inch by 7 inch spine piece, okay. So now let's apply glue to the back, and before applying glue to the back, let's just measure 1/4 inch from the edge of this piece and draw a line, okay. So 1/4 inch, and just draw a line here, okay, just for precise placement, guys, so that we won't have it crooked, okay. So these lines will not be visible after you are done with your album, so don't worry, guys, it won't be visible. So apply glue to the back of this 2 by 7 spine piece. I am done applying glue to my piece, so now I will just place this so that it overlaps the line we drew under and this 1/4 inch gap, okay. and then burnish this down really good. The next piece that we want is the other 7x9 cover. Okay, so now apply glue to the back and just place this down with the 1/4 inch gap. Okay, so measure in a 1/4 inch from the edge of the other piece and just draw a line here. Okay, so that we can place this over there. Okay, I have applied glue and now I'm going to place this, so that I place it over this line, the bottom line we drew, and the 1/4 inch gap that we left. Okay, so burnish this down really good. So next thing we are going to take is this 2 and 7 inch right closure, and then like the same way we did there, measure over a 1/4 inch here and draw a line and place this piece right on this place. Okay, so now I'm done placing mine. So now this side approximately you should have an inch of gap to wrap over this. So before wrapping this down, let's take out our Tyvek pieces, and we had 4 Tyvek pieces. 2 of them measured 1 inch by 7 inch. Okay, so when you place this here, it should be perfect from top to bottom. Okay, and 2 of them measured 1 by 7. Okay, and the other 2 measured 2 inches by 7 inches. So when you place this here, again you should be perfect from top to bottom. Okay, so now first let's take out the 1 inch by 7 inch Tyvek piece, apply glue to one side and place this down like this. Okay, from top to bottom, centered, so that this groove will be covered. Okay, so I have applied glue on one side. Now I am placing this down top to bottom, and so that I cover the groove which is in the center. Okay, so now take out your bone folder and just smooth this down like this, so that it gets adhered down really good. Okay, so I have adhered mine down. The next piece which we want is the other 1 by 7 inch piece, but we are going to glue to this side. Okay, where we have this 2 inch by 7 inch right closure. Okay, so apply glue and glue this down so that you can't see that groove anymore. Okay, I am done gluing this down. Now for this part, the other 2 pieces which measures 2 inches by 7 inches, just glue this down here and glue this down here. Okay, now mine is all down, so this is what mine looks like. Now let's start wrapping up our album. So let's start from the side. Just bend this slightly. Okay, so that you just wrap this like this, and do the same towards this side also. Now before wrapping, we have to clip some paper from the sides, so that it gives us a clean looking finish. So now what we're going to do is, let's take out our pencil and let's mark, you know, here is the cardboard. Now let's mark just 1/8 inch away from the cardboard. Okay, so let's do it on all sides. So like this. Okay, just a little bit away from the cardboard here. Okay, like this. Then let's take out our scissors and let's just cut this out like this. Okay, let me show you guys, and then you guys can do it. So hopefully you can see it. So just cut this out like this. Okay, okay, so do the same on all 4 sides like this. Okay, so this is what yours should look like now. Now let's turn it so that our 1 inch by 7 inch piece is towards this side. Now let's start bending it here also. Okay, this is a lighter weighted cardstock, guys, so you don't have to work it as much as you would work it for the thicker cardstocks. Okay, so that is why I told you guys to purchase a normal chart paper from the store. So now first let's start from the sides. Let's apply glue to one side of the paper here, and let's just glue this down. Let's just do it for the 2 sides, guys. Top and bottom we'll do it in a while. So first the sides. So mine is down now. Apply glue to this side and glue this one too. Okay, so now burnish this down really good. So So after this is done, now for the corners, take out your bone folder and you see the edge here, just press this down like this so that when you wrap it down, you can have a clean edge. Okay, just press this down like this. Okay, now apply glue to the bottom and the top and just fold this over and burnish this down really good. Okay, so now as you can see, I am done wrapping mine. So now don't fold yet. Then the next piece which we want is 4 inches by 6¼ inches, which we labeled spine cover. Okay, so when you place this, make sure that your 2 Tyvek pieces are covered and you just center this from top to bottom. Okay, so that you will have I think 3/8 and 3/8 inch gap here from the bottom and the top. So just apply glue to the back and center this from side to side and top to bottom. Okay, let me show you. So make sure you apply good amount of glue on this piece, because this piece is what is going to hold our album from falling apart. Okay, so now just make sure yours is straight and just burnish this down really good. Okay, make sure this dries completely. So I have allowed mine to dry. Now the next piece which we want is 2 inch by 6¼ inch closure cover. Okay, we had 2 pieces of this. So now first let's apply glue to one side, and you see the Tyvek here and the wrapping paper here. So just place this over this and you just mark so that this spine piece is even with this piece here. Okay, and glue this down covering the Tyvek here. Okay, so I have placed mine. Now the next piece, which is 2 by 6¼ just place this here so that you cover your Tyvek and come to the right of this piece. Okay, and now just glue this down so that this bottom here is even with the bottom of this piece here. Okay, I am done placing mine. Now allow these pieces to dry completely. So by that time, erase any pencil marks that is showing on these white covers. Okay, so I think mine is dry now. So for this part, just hold this down here and just slowly just fold this over. Okay, don't fold this much, just fold this so that it is straight here. Okay, and just bend this enough. And then for this part, just keep your hands here down and just fold this like this. Okay, slowly just bend your paper like this. Okay, if yours is dry completely, it won't lift. So now just slowly just lift this up, fold this up. Okay, so then for this part, keep your hands here and just fold this slowly. Okay, so now let's fold up our album. So this is what it should look like. Okay, so for now it will be a little bit sturdy, but after you after a few times when you open and close your album, it should be fine. Okay, so now let's start with our inner pages here. Okay, so now we had 3 pieces which were 6¼ inches by 9¼ inches. Okay, 3 pieces, and we labeled it inner pages. Okay, so now let's take out our scoreboard and lay this piece so that it is 9¼ inches across. Okay, and let's score this at 8¾ inch. Okay, 8¾ just score that at 8¾ on all 3. Lay this piece so that it is 9¼ inches across and score this at 8¾ inch. Okay, do the same for this also, 8¾ inch, and score. And before folding, you see your score marks here. Just flip this over towards your left side, and you see the side where there is no score line. Take out your punch here. Okay, I am using this Dress My Craft 3/8 inch punch. Okay, so just put this inside and line this up to the edge of this place. Hope you can see it. Just you see the edge here, just line that up to that place and punch. Okay, make sure this is even and just punch. Okay, so after punching, this is what you should have. Now let's again line this up and punch along the long side fully. Okay, what yours should look like. If there is something peeking over here, now let's take out our scissors and just clip this over. Now do the same for all 3 of the pages. Okay, here is your score line. Flip this over towards your left side and punch along the short side here. Okay, So all three of my pages are ready. Now let's take out our album, and your 1-inch flap is this side, okay, and this is your spine piece, okay. Now what we are going to do is, let's fold on our score lines like this and just burnish this down really good on all three, okay. Let's do it. So now let's take one of our pages. So your flap is towards the left side, and you see the peak is facing that way. Apply glue to this part, okay, here, like how I am applying. So apply a considerable amount of glue, guys, because this is our inner pages and this should stay put. So apply good amount of glue here, and I have applied glue. Now as you can see, there is a fold here. So here, just butt this up right next to it, and you see the spine cover here and here, top and bottom. So just line that up right next to that, and just place this center top to bottom and burnish this down really good. So it should match, because the spine cover is also 6 1/4 inch and the inner page is also 6 1/4 inch. It should match from top to bottom. Just make sure you're not bubbling when you close this up, okay. So burnish this down really good, because this is a very important step, guys, to burnish this down. So this is what yours should look like after burnishing. So after burnishing this down, just flip your page over and burnish this down at the back also, okay. So the next thing we are going to do is, let's take out the other page here, and the same way, make sure your flap is facing this way, okay. Apply glue to this part here. Let me show you guys. So I have applied glue, and you see this part, this page here. Just butt this up right next to it so that it is even from top to bottom, and just make sure it is right next to the other page which we glued down, and just burnish this down, okay. This is one of the easiest hinging system that I ever know, guys, because this is my favorite, and this is the probably most easiest way of this hinging system. So burnish this down really good, guys. So this is what yours should look like, guys. We are also going to reinforce our hinges, so don't worry if you're crooked somewhere else. It should line perfectly like this, okay. So now take your last and final page, and make sure your flap is this side, and apply glue to this side and place this right next to it, okay. So I'm done applying my glue. Now I'll just place this right next to it so that it is even from top to bottom. Now let me just burnish this down really good, okay. So now this is what your pages should look like. Isn't this very beautiful, guys, these pages here? So you will be in a good place here to open and close. So now let's start decorating our cover. But before that, for the closure of this album, we need magnets, guys, okay. So our magnets is going to be placed here. So let us do what we have to do now, okay. Let's take out 3 magnets, guys. Now as you can see, the 1-inch side will be going on top of the 2-inch side, okay. So now this is what your closed album will look like. Now this 1-inch flap, just open this up. In the middle of the 1-inch flap, maybe a ½ inch down, just apply glue and glue 1 magnet down here, okay, a ½ inch in, okay, as you can see. Now on this side and on this side, just apply glue again and place 2 magnets here, okay. So now I have placed my 3 magnets here. So let this dry for a while, guys, okay. So now while this is drying, let's decorate our cover piece, okay. We'll place the mates of these magnets later on, okay. So now let's start decorating our cover, okay.